Good morning, YouTube. This is WakMed19 bringing you first of the series of Wormhole. This is where and how to wormhole, where you can play with the worm category. The worm category is going to be with using the assault shield, not to kill, but to set it up in certain specific places so that it can defend you, and you can defend an area where you can hold off attackers, where you can do good work. And this is downhill. I'm only going to cover the DLC, at least that's the plan for now. The DLC category maps, we've been playing the others for so long now that it seems like that they just may not be needed, or maybe you can figure all those out on your own. If you'd like to see those maps, or if you'd like to see a specific map that came with the game, let me know. I'll try to get back and cover it if there's enough demand for it. Enough demand meaning 2 people. But this is a pretty powerful spot. If you can get to here, it's the middle of this back road, and you can set up right on top of the log. It's actually more powerful from the other position because of the distances behind you. It's pretty strong. They have to loop around. The enemy has to loop a long way around before they can get around behind you. You always want to set up your trophy systems to avoid the incoming grenades. Despite how much flak jacket you may want to wear, the EMP grenades and the other things really get aggravating whenever you do that. The stands underneath, I'm trying to show here that you can shoot underneath those. But set up your worm class however you like. If I need to do a tutorial on how to set up a worm class, that can be done. But most of the time it's pretty self-explanatory. Use whatever gun you want. Use the target finder if you want. Whatever it is that you need to do to worm better. This is a spot that doesn't work. Typically your worming spots you want to get on an elevated plane. You want to be above the enemy, and so you would think that this platform above the C flag to help defend it would be beneficial or optimal. However, it really doesn't give you that much of a benefit considering the area that you're covering and the amount of flanking routes, the ability that you have to get toasted. If you want to just cover this side, this is a pretty powerful spot. You get on top of here, you got to work it just right, and there's not much room to stand. You can't really shoot that middle grate right there as we showed on the log, but your trophy systems are pretty well protected, throwing them up on top of the fun bags or whatever the bouncing things are. So that's a pretty powerful position. There's not much on the way of the inside of the building. The steps do not offer a place for you to put down the shield. However, the rock here does, and you can overpower the middle. Just remember that you are open to that right flank route and to the left. Typically, your teammates should cover you to the left. And again, there are places to put down your trophy systems. But this rock is okay. If you can get out here, then you can do some pretty powerful work. But it's really not one of my better, or one of my more favorite positions. This is a terrible spot just because you can get blasted from the right, from the inside of the building, and there's not really a whole lot on the right side of the map here as we are looking at it to help you to protect that position, because this is all about staying alive and using the right shield to head glitch off of, or clip off of, whichever terminology you prefer. It's more powerful on that left side, right of the original spawn. It's much more powerful. Now you can put the shield down here on the A flag. It is going to be at a tilt, so that's not going to offer as much protection, but it will give you the additional points of the oncoming rushers. Now this is not a good spot. Even though you do get an elevated plane, you'll see that the riot shield is cocked sideways, and that just leaves way too much of your body exposed from all angles. Even if you are able to get your trophy system to stick like this, which you shouldn't have any problem doing, it's not going to be that amount of protection, that element of protection that we're going for. Because remember, we're trying to stay alive, we're trying to keep all of our body covered, and that's about it. Some areas that do not work good are the inside, the interior of this, that you can't really overwatch the flag. It's better for demolition, but it's really not going to be optimal. So I wouldn't go there. If you're getting bored, if you're just destroying the other team, you know, your worming class is not going to be as powerful because they're not rushing as hard, or you really have to move more forward into a stance. Now this would be a supremely powerful position, except that you can't get to lock on this ledge. I spent more time than this here trying to get the shield to lock down onto the ledge, hoping that I could make this work, and there's no room for it right here. But the interior of the other two windows that overwatch the middle, it's not that bad if you can stay in the room, which it doesn't seem like you can stay in the room too long. Too many people are weary of walking out in front of that. You can try those, but the spots best are on the outside. So that's my tip for downhill. That's Wormhole and how to be a wormhole on downhill. Thanks. Have a great day.
What force will prevail, guided by the skewer, and only one thing sure.